Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, to the creative force of the universe and around the world. How are you, family? This is your brother King Simon on another episode of King Simon Presents Only Quality People, right here on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Big up to my Instagram family, big up to my Facebook family, big up to my YouTube family. Yes, 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 of course. Next week is on and popping, Saturday and Sunday, my 30th years in promotion and production. This will be my final celebration of this type of this capacity. I will not be doing 31st and 30, 40. I'm not doing all of that. No, 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 I will not. As a matter of fact, I will take a break after the event on December the 13th. I will be taking a break after this event, but the tickets are available for this event coming up on the 15th and the 16th of November. It's only $33 each day, more at the door. But if you take a snapshot of this flyer and show it at the door, they will give you a discount off the door price. The door price more than likely be $44, so we'll probably take off $4, or $4 at the door price. You know what I'm saying? So, but keynote speaker will be Abundance Child on the 15th, and on the 16th, Blue Pillar. But both of them will be there for both days doing their thing. Lloyd Strayhorn is a speaker. My brother Joshua Sarah, Paris Williams, Mama Ella, Black Dot, and more people will be surprising you. And there will be a special healing. So come early. On Saturday, it's from 5 to 9 p.m. On Sunday, it's from 4 to 8 p.m. So come early so you can get the special healing sound bowls by my dear sister Kafunya. She will be doing the sound bowl healing celebration. All right. Just want to also let all of you beautiful people know that this coming Tuesday, we have the one, the only Big Chief Top Cats will be in the building on November the 11th. And tomorrow, my brother Red Pill and Blue Pill will be doing Red Pill will be doing the Melanin Mondays at Nicholas, Brooklyn. So if you don't know where Nicholas is, here's Nicholas' address right here. 1396 Fulton Street, not the one in Manhattan, 1396 Fulton Street in Brooklyn, New York, over there at Restoration Plaza. They'll be over there from 6 o'clock in the afternoon till around 10. So if you want to join the Melanin Monday crew, and then they're doing something on Tuesday. I think I'm hosting Monday, but Tuesday I won't be able to make it because, of course, I have Big Chief Top Cats coming on at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. All right. And just want to remind all you beautiful people that on the 19th, we have Zaza Ali, Spiritual Warfare, Relationship, Frequency Wars, and Can the Divine Feminine Maintain a Connection with the Divine Masculine? All happening on Wednesday, November the 19th. Zaza Ali will be coming in live and direct, so you want to be there. All right. Also want to big up the next events coming up, of course, on the 13th December, we got Professor James Smalls coming in, Global Spiritual Work and How to Use It Correctly before he heads out to Ghana. Saturday, December the 13th from 5 to 9 p.m. Tickets are available for all these events at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, family, remember, I will be opening up with Paris Williams, opening up for the great Queen Afua. If you want to get your tickets, you want to vend, all you have to do is call Brother Shabazz. I open up productions at 347-683-8122. So I got a great presentation for y'all on that day, dealing with health and healing, and man, heal thyself, and women, heal thyself, because Queen Afua is going to talk about women and men healing thyself. And I'm going to break down the words woman and man and how we can appropriately heal ourselves from being a man or a woman. So we're going to talk about that on December the 21st at LIU, Long Island University. So we're going to have a good time. So, man, I can't wait. And I will big up the rest of my sponsors on the commercial breaks right here. So, oh, man, the person that I got coming up next is not a stranger to my program. She's not a stranger at all. As a matter of fact, she's been on my show before. And I can't wait to have her on again, talking about her journey. Jasmine Little, a woman with a heart of electrical gold. It has been a journey, and I've interviewed her twice before. And I had to review some of that stuff that I did and watch some of those videos. And of course, I've known her. She was one of the first people to bring me into Georgia in Stone Mountain Village to speak to a packed house of people that just enjoyed. She's not only the former council member of Stone Mountain Village, but also an entrepreneur with jewelry business and Cool Breeze juice bar and all of that she had. And make sure you hit her up at her websites that I have pinned to the top, and her Instagram, Just Be Great 5. I want to welcome right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People, the one, the only, as I get the applause button ready, the one, the only, Jasmine Little in the building. Jasmine, what's up, girl? The mic is off.
Hey.
Hey. I can hear you. How you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Yeah.
How's everybody? How's the
Everybody's family? Good. I'm just talking to my college daughter, my son. They're doing great, and then my little one's getting ready for school right now. So.
Okay. You got your college daughter and son them watching in. They
I told them to. I don't know if they are.
Oh, yeah. Kid, sometimes with children, it can be very emotional with their fans, with their mama saying things. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. It's all right.
They've been part of the journey, so.
Yeah, they've been a part of the journey, you know what I'm saying? And you have been a part of a greater journey just by you being alive and helping other people and what you do and how you did, teaching people, helping people to understand and guide people through what you've been going through, but also realizing that you don't want to be pitied in any way, and that's good, and I'm glad that you always say you make that mention, no pity in your city. That's no pity in your city. You know what I'm saying? Big up to people. Please like, subscribe, and share, and remember to tell your folks to click the bell to be notified anytime I come on. I got a lot of great people that's going to be speaking before the end of this year. And of course, I got a lot of live streams that I'm going to be broadcasting from different events that I'm doing, of course, celebrating my 30 years in promotion and production. That's a whole generation. Sometimes all of that I did is probably older than most of y'all out there. So it is what it is. And it is what it is for 30 years, but I've been doing it since I was 14. So 30 years is just professionally. So Jasmine, how's Stone Mountain doing over there? How's it doing? How's
good. We just had an election, so.
Oh, not another election, huh? All these elections going on.
Everybody. They got rid of everybody.
Hey, what, everybody were Republican or Democrat?
Nonpartisan. So it's a small city. So.
Yeah, it's a small city. Stone Mountain Village, if you've ever been there, family, it's a great people. Got direct connection to Stone Mountain for absolutely free. There's an entrance that leads to Stone Mountain right there, absolutely free. And they got some great venues, great food out there. Great big up to Jerome and Lisa, where we also connected and did our first podcast in their place years ago. So big up to Jerome and Lisa from out of Jersey, actually. Them two came out from out of Jersey and moved to Georgia years ago. And now they have a beautiful two venues out there that I've done events at one of them, but I'm definitely going to produce another one when I get a chance to do it again. So Jasmine, I know this is a touchy subject for many, but I want to read something first because as I was doing my research, I was reading according to the World Heart Federation.org. We're going to get right into it. And I'm going to go into your history first. And you know what? Let's go to the history first. Who is Jasmine Little and where does Jasmine Little come from and her family and everything? Please speak on that first. Those that are new to my channel.
So originally I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, lived in Greenville, South Carolina through high school, moved to Atlanta, I guess now 15 years ago. Have a 20-year-old, 37 years old. I have a 20-year-old son, 18-year-old daughter, and a 12-year-old.
And you looking like you 12. Go ahead.
All of these 37 years, I feel them too.
I know.
both of my parents are no longer, have transitioned. They they passed away from, my dad died from heart failure at 38. So this year's gonna be a big year for me. As we talk about my heart journey. And then my mom died at 48 from kidney failure from her diabetes. So yeah, it's kind of just the gist. Got 2 siblings, they're dope. Me and my family are, me and my siblings and me and my kids are very, very well, very close. So yeah, that's it.
I mean, you know, come on now. Don't let me have to pull
That's
it
the
out.
beginning. That's the beginning.
I can pull teeth now. I'm good at teeth pull. I got all my teeth, so I'll pull teeth. So let me do another question then. All right. So knowing about the history of your mom and your dad, especially your dad having heart failure, because usually, according to certain stats in medical stats, a lot of the so-called dis-ease or dysfunctions may come from dad. That's one thing I've studied and found out, but also come from mom to a certain extent because you share both of their DNAs, of course. And finding that out, did you find out about your dad early in life and that it would be possible that you might have heart issues later on in life yourself? Did you find that out?
I didn't know, but I did never see myself getting old. Like,
Wow.
But I did, after he passed away, like I said, I was 12.
12, right.
So I didn't really understand, like I understood death. I understood how he died or whatever. I also understood he didn't take care of himself and he didn't have health insurance. So there was no like, we'll give you, basically it was just back in the day, free clinics. They just give you something to deal with the pain or deal with the, the situation for the moment, but nothing to like long-term care. So I didn't know if didn't know to look for that disease. I didn't know to look for those genetic, things be passed to me. I just knew that after a certain age, I realized like I don't have the greatest genes. A lot of my family didn't make it that far. So my grandma's 90 though, but so I just didn't. But when I got diagnosed, some of them will say, "Oh, it was lifestyle things," and then some people will say that it was genetics. It really just depends on what story I tell them, like what I tell them about how I ate and the habits that I had, and like, oh, it's habits, and then or lifestyle, and then some people will say, "Oh, your dad, okay, so it's got to be genetics." So now at this point, when people ask me, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, let's just figure out how to fix it. But as far as like having the knowledge, I didn't really learn anything about what they went through until my mom passed. And I was like, there's no reason that my parents, as young as they were, should die from old people diseases. And so I started looking at it, and that's when I started going down the rabbit hole. Veganism, everything that leads to, government conspiracy, everything. That rabbit hole deep. So just got into all the documentaries, got books, started reading real heavy. And then I opened my restaurant because I wanted to be the change,
Right.
So I decided to, in our last session, I told you that I went to school for massage therapy. Our last interview, whatever. So I told you that I couldn't handle the hands-on healing. So I chose the healing from the inside out.
Right.
And I was diagnosed with heart failure once, and then I went vegan, and then it all went away. Right. And then I went back to the standard American diet and got hit like a ton of bricks with it. When I went into the hospital, they were like, you have an ejection fraction, which is a heart functionality, basically, of 5% or less than 10% the first time. And I was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm out here running the streets. What are you talking about? Like, your heart functions at less than 10%. Like, you should be laid up somewhere, not in the gym and doing the stuff you're doing, climbing the mountain and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, like, you got 6 months to live. And I was like, word. That was when I was 27. Yeah. 20. Right. Yeah. Something like about 27. And I was like, ain't no way. So, and as you always say, unfortunately, I had to learn the hard way. Numbers don't lie. So the number, so I did go back to another doctor, and they said the same thing. They were like, but we don't understand. Like, you're an anomaly. Like, you shouldn't be able to do the things that you do. And I was like, well, look at me doing the things I do. And yeah, so it's been like you called it, it's been a journey, because we've been at less than 10% for 10 years. And and we'll get into the surgery part after all that. But
right. And, and people that are tuning in, please like, subscribe, and share with those that might be going through any heart situations instead of issues or whatever. Call it situations or heart journeys. Let me say heart journeys, because it is a heart journey. All of us, as soon as we get in this realm, we go through heart journeys, matters of the heart, broken hearts. I know of a father that transitioned because his son got taken off of the planet, and he transitioned off of a broken heart. So things like that can happen. So this is another form of journey. And again, make sure you follow our sister. She's on Instagram at JustBeGreat5. And what's the name of the website? Little
LVAD Ventures.
LVAD. Okay, LVAD. But it sounds like LVAD Ventures, right? LVAD Ventures?
It's like Little LV Adventures.
Yeah,
so LVAD is the device that I carry, but
yeah, keeps on throwing me around. So yeah, okay, good. So family, that's a very good website. She also blogs on that site about her journey and all of that, and it will help encourage people to make real good decisions about what you want to do with your ticker, your organic ticker in your body, and how it can help you be a better person, how to live longer, work with. And in one of the programs you said about transplant, because you said you was waiting for one at one point in one of our programs.
I said that I remember put my name on the list because everybody wanted me to.
Put the label on because everybody else wanted. Okay, good. If you don't want to talk about it, let's say you don't want to talk about it. Why would you want somebody to donate, or would you like somebody to donate a heart, or you don't want to deal with that?
I'm firm on.
And give your reason. Give your reason.
So the reason I don't is because of I don't want to. First off, I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's heart.
Okay.
I feel like it's just it's like taking on somebody's infant child. Like, you got to care for it. You got to make sure you nurture it. You do certain things. You're taking autoimmune suppressors. You're always under, like, your body's always trying to attack itself. And then the spiritual aspect, I don't want anybody's eyes. I don't want anybody's brain. I don't want anybody's heart. So if it was a kidney, a liver, let's go. But like my heart, it's mine. I'll keep it. Well, we rocking out.
So okay, I'm going to be an advocate, an angelic advocate. I don't call it devil, because devil was once an angel. An angelic advocate. Many you used to eat animal meat, right? So you're taking on their DNA and their substance. So why is it hard for you to take on a heart of somebody else? And because even the plant life has DNA. Everything has DNA. I don't have to have my chest cracked open to eat a piece of meat. Yeah, but you are taking in their DNA, period. You have to get your chest packed. You could eat that.
I don't have to have surgery to eat meat.
Okay, all right. Oh, you don't have. But they have opened your heart at some point.
They have not opened. Well, they opened my chest. Yeah, they added a pump to my chest. Yeah.
Okay, but they just haven't done a full pull out.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but maybe they did. I don't know if somebody had my heart in their hands. I don't know, but.
Now, have you considered robotics?
I'm as robotic as it gets. I'm a cyborg, so bionic woman over here. Like, I'm not. There's nothing that everybody can say what they want, but it's for me the journey ends with me and this heart in my chest. I'll add the pump. I really didn't want to go that far, but sometimes you get to that moment where it's like, people say I won't get a blood transfusion because I believe in blah, blah, blah. Until you need a blood transfusion. Like you say, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face.
That's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said that years ago.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So,
I got a plan.
but as far as the transplant, like that's not something that's gonna punch me in the face. Because I'm not on the list. I'm not.
Okay.
And I support everybody who goes down that route. I see a lot of people that use my device. You let me know when you want me to talk about it, but that use my device as a bridge to transplant.
Okay.
But for me, I rather just carry my batteries around. And I mean, I let's be frank, like they told me I had 6 months to live 10 years ago. Then they said I had 6 more months to live, 6 more months to live, 6 more months to live. So for me, every single day is a blessing. And I'm just going to take that as that's part of this is the journey for me. And this is the choice that I made. Pardon me?
No, I said that's powerful. I'm glad that you've chosen to take that journey and continue your journey. I'm still seeing you every time we talk, every time we get a chance. I usually you, like, and you was going through some stuff, and I don't like bothering people, calling them, and I will call people like once a month to check on them.
Always.
Yeah, to check on you because especially as you're getting closer to your birthday coming up this month. She's born the same day as Dr. Sabi, so it's not hard for me to remember her birthday at all. But I want to share a report with you, the World Heart Report right now on the screen. I'm going to share it right now. Family, this is a report that I found on, and I want to share it with y'all. It says global progress against cardiovascular disease, CVD, is flatlining through rates of CVD deaths globally have fallen in the last 3 decades. This trend has begun to stall, and without concerted effort, it is at risk of reversing. More than 500 million people around the world continue to be affected by cardiovascular disease, which accounted for 20.5 million deaths in 2021, close to a third of all deaths globally, and an overall increase on the estimated 121 million CVD deaths. Now, what do you say about those type of stats, my dear? What do you say?
So obviously my disclaimer is I am not a doctor. These are my opinions. Based off of the people that I've been around. I think that for a while we had like a global awakening of people going vegan. Like we went crazy for like,
yes, we did.
Right before, like, I want to say it was like 2000, what year did I open my restaurant? 2015.
Right.
It was before it was, people didn't know that they didn't have to eat meat. Like it was like a mandatory thing at you sit at the dinner table at Thanksgiving and like, oh, there she goes, the the person that doesn't eat things with faces. But now it's so common that then it became common that people were vegan, and I think that may have caused this like a lowering in cardiovascular deaths because you're not taking, like you said, the stress of the animals. You're not taking on the DNA, the things that those animals are being treated. These animals are not seeing they're not having windows. They don't touch grass until they're getting transported. They don't have good living conditions. And then I'm aware you put it in your body, then you expect something, expect some different results that it's not going to affect you. We all talk about energy transference, but people don't think about the transferring of that. So I'm aware of all the things that you did discuss earlier. It got to a point where for me, it was just like a F it situation. Like somebody tells you so many times that like you shouldn't be here, you should be like this. I'm not saying I'm gonna go do that, but it does make me like think, well, why was I working so hard? Like if you're telling me this is the situation, I'm tired. You get tired. So you're like, I'm just gonna revert back because I'm tired of cutting up vegetables. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of looking for new, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to go back to Old Faithful. And it's an unfortunate situation. And I think that we reverse back. I think that is falling again, because if you look at the state of the world, like people are stressed out. And between stress and alcohol, those are the number one killers in the cardiovascular. Most people don't realize that. They think about all the other things, just the diet part. But like, people don't realize that alcohol attacks all of your organs, like not just your liver, not just your, everything. Because we think you have to think in a holistic terms. Everything you do is holistically affecting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when when I had a problem with alcohol, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but it was because I was like, I just want to like rock out. Like I was a parent at 17. I did all the stuff. I raised the kids. I did, got married at 25, been married for 12 years, been together 15 years. I never had like that college experience, that party experience or whatever. So I was like, oh, I got 6 months to live. Whatever, let's go, And then I woke up like a couple years later, like, damn, I'm still here. All right, we doing this. Trying to fix all that,
Right.
But I think that the way that food is being treated, the fact that we always go for convenience, I think that the stress, I think that the lack of really understanding what our bodies are going through and or caring, because like I said, I know the things, but don't necessarily, do those things that I know to do.
Right.
But I think that's why it's reversing. People are exhausted, like people are tired, you know what I mean? And you can't put so much stress on somebody's body. And then you also have to look at greedy people in the industry, in the medical industry, that will throw a device at you at any chance they get. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not, there are really great doctors out there, but at any time they want to do a surgery, they want to throw you on these pills. A lot of them don't, most of them have no knowledge of, hey, let's get rid of inflammation, get some ginger. Hey, go, do whatever, like go get some herbs, take these, we know that because of the people that we talk to and stuff. But how many people know these people? As much as we try to put it out there, people are like, I know what I've been taught, and I want to follow that person, these people's medicine, the American everything, diet, medication, because they have my best interest. And it's like, they don't, because I'm not saying it's about all doctors, but the best thing that you can do if you're looking to make some money is keep somebody alive enough that they always need the medication, pharmaceutical companies, and then just sick enough that they don't die. I mean, just alive enough that they don't die, so they keep taking medicine, but sick enough that they keep needing the medicine. So I think that's why it's just a combination of people not caring and us not caring. Like, it's being in food deserts, you get tired of trying to go find stuff, grocery stores closing all around us. I mean, just in the 15 years I've been here, we've had maybe 5 mile radius, at least 3 grocery stores closed. So
and family, again, we have our guest with us. Jasmine Little is in the building, former city council member over there at Stone Mountain Village, entrepreneur, extraordinary entrepreneur, especially when it came to her jewelry and also health. She had 2 successful businesses and more. I know you do other things. I know you do so much, but she got her website. Also, I pinned it on the top of the chat if you want to follow her on her website. And also her Instagram. Just everybody go ahead and jump on her Instagram. Let's build some algorithm on that Instagram. Just be great, because her links to her website is also on that Instagram. Just in case you want to go to the one-stop shop, you can go to her Instagram. But if you want to go straight to her website to see the blogs and all the things that she talks about within the journey of carrying such a device, a healing device in its own right. I can call that a healing because it have kept people alive. And you're the only one I've known that had it. To tell
I'm
the
only
truth.
one I've known that had it before I had it.
Yeah. But as I'm reading and going into the stories and looking at your website, I'm looking at that site. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people that have definitely survived that with that equipment. And thank the creator for technology. Technology is beautiful, and I think technology is important, and even I remember asking you one time, did you think about a 3D printed heart? Do they do that yet? What is that all about? Have they considered that?
I'm where I'm at. Like, this is it for me. I'm done exploring.
But you're so young. You're so young to talk about you done exploring. You might be the next Henrietta Lacks of your time. You know what I'm saying? And she was the one that everybody's cells is being mimicked and cured for all kinds of dis-ease and all that stuff. So you never know. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You might be the catalyst. You got that number one alignment vibration. So, and she was born August the 1st. So, when I see one popping up, maybe you're the one, and you never know. The Neo of this time. It's up to you. But
I mean, I feel like I survived 10 years. I think I've already.
You're the number one. Yes.
I mean, what more do you want from me? No, but I do know. I understand that I'm young, and I live ferociously and I live fiercely, and I took 37 years. I did 4 years on city council. I had my restaurant for 4 years. I had my jewelry store for 2 years. I was at Black Wall Street for 2 years. I worked for a Fortune 100 company for 5 years. I worked for another corporate company for 2 years as a store manager in training. So like, I had my kid, like I said, my son's 20, my daughter's 18. So it's like 37. It's a lot. I've been doing this for a long time. Like, even though it's only 37 years on paper, like I maxed out 37 years. Every day I was doing something. I was creating something. I was doing something in the background. I was overlapping things. I was supporting businesses. I'm the people's champ. So like, I try to support everybody and try to, I've been recruiting for Atlanta. I steal y'all from other places.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, she's had myself, Professor Griff speak over there at her spot and all that. And Queen Neat spoke over there. A few other, my son Shia have spoken over there, and disaster preparedness we taught over there before. So she's been a very big support. What's the name? Quiet Storm has spoken at the jewelry spot with us. So you've been a big support for many of us doing what we got to do. Especially, matter of fact, this is one. I think I have one of your jewelry pieces that I got from you. The copper piece right here. I traveled with it. I said, I got to remember this. I got to remember. My girl gave me this. I got to show that love.
I got your book behind me, so.
Yeah, I know you got the book. I'm waiting for your book to come out too. Don't even leave this planet without that book.
Settle for my blogs for now.
Yeah. Those blogs will turn into a book. Yeah. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine, this is a whole. We spoke about holistic, and holistic with a WHOLE. That's what I'm dealing with. Holistic, whole. You have a whole family.
I do.
How has it affected your family during your journey, especially your children, knowing that you've gone through this, your husband, knowing that you're going, your sisters, your brothers, other family, extended family members? How has it affected them and their way? Do you know, and have you asked them that question?
Yeah, it stresses them out. I mean, they hold it, they hold it down though. Like, I got the best support system in the world. I wouldn't be here without, even my extended family, the people that I adopted as family. But like, my siblings are always supportive. When I need them, they pull up. They come from South Carolina to pull up on the kids. So they're like, I love you. I got you. What you need? How can I help you? When I need them for moral support, I call them, they answer. And
how important is that? How important is that for those that are out there going through certain similar situations?
Oh, it's absolutely necessary, because you can't do it. I can't check I don't have a blood pressure. So I have to check my what we just call it a pressure for now. It's called a flow. But my return to flow, I need 4 hands to check my return to flow. I only have 2. So so for them to do it, they have to hold this here, pump the blood pressure cuff, and then measure out what the flow is. I can't pump this myself and hold it. I mean, I'm sure somebody's figured out how to do it by themselves, because everybody doesn't have a big support system. But and then just having an ear, like for me, it's hard because I'm very matter of fact and I don't fear death anymore. And I have to be very sensitive when I'm speaking to my family members, because as much as I've accepted it, doesn't mean everybody else is going to accept it. So I have to watch how I say what I'm trying to say to them, and respect the fact that my comfort is not their comfort. But at the same time, they also know to respect, this is my life. This is my journey. As far as my children go,
that's where I wanted to go next. Go ahead.
My 12-year-old, all she knows is me being sick. I don't call it sick, but unhealthy. So with her, we did all the creative stuff. With her, I had to sit down and do things because I was exhausted. Like, if you ever see me, I would just fall asleep anywhere. My body would just be like the last couple of years, my body would just shut down. It's like, we're going to sleep. Like, seriously, I would climb under a table and go to sleep at any given moment. And the greatest thing in the world is that I had great friends that are like, all right, if you need me, let me know. You know what I mean?
That's right. Put your ass
no,
up.
They won't say that. They will just be like, let me help you make it cot real quick or something. You know what I mean?
So you could get your rest.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like, because I wanted to be present and I wanted to be in those places, but I can only be as present as I could be. So when my body tells me to go sit down somewhere, I go sit down somewhere. But I'm not going to go lay down and just wither away. So, but yeah, so my daughter, we only spent creative time together. So she doesn't know me as the athlete. She doesn't know me playing ball, throwing football with the kids. And we'll get to more of that after we talk about the LVAT. But so she's as comfortable as a child could be with it because it's all she knows. So I think more or less for her, it's the yay, mommy's still here situation. Whereas my older children, they're just realists. They're both Capricorns, so they're just like, it is what it is. I mean, we don't want to see nothing. I'd rather have you here, but I'm accepting of what it is because we've been having this conversation for 10 years. My memorial was written 6 years ago. You know what I mean? The letters I wrote to my children were written 6 years ago. The things I wanted to give them, they know what they're getting. Like when I transition, this big old statue behind me. My daughter needs hers. But so we have a real conversation. I think that in our community, we don't talk about what's going on. We hide, especially as women. We used to hide what we were going through. So now our children are going through it. And if we would have just said, hey, these are the things mommy's dealing with, or these are the things that our family goes through, then some of this could have been avoided. Right. But you got a Christian family. Everybody want a Black family. You want to just keep everything secret. Nobody wants to say anything. So now people are in turmoil and they're like, where did I get anxiety from? Like, oh, so-and-so had anxiety. Why you ain't tell me a long time ago? We could have been addressed this. You know what I mean? So I think that with my kids, I try to be as honest with them as possible. Like, they're like, I'm going to the hospital. Hey, you got your laptop? Kind of stuff. They're like, okay, we'll see you in 4 days. Like, they know what it is. Right. I just got out the hospital 2 days ago. So, my goal is to let the IV marks heal before I go back to the hospital.
Okay. Now, I know you've more than likely developed a rapport with a lot of the nurses in the hospitals. How are they treating you in these hospitals and those particular places that you have to cover?
So for me, I'm spoiled because I earned it. No, wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
I spent a lot of time being very kind, even when they were being assholes. When they take sometimes they'll come in and they'll be frustrated from the last patient. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, well, at least you're not in the bed, ha ha ha, kind of jokey stuff. But and they're like, Jasmine, you're so strong, you're so blah blah blah. Like, I have a pillow that I got from my heart failure surgery, and it has all these notes, and they're like, you're so strong, we appreciate you. And honestly, they'll just sit there and get therapy from me, asking me questions about how do you do that? Like, how do you how do you go through what you're going through? I'm like, why do you eat elephant? One bite at a time. So they're very nice to me. Like, they'd be like, oh, I saw your name and I was so excited. I mean, not excited that you're here, but excited that it's you.
Right.
And even when they got new nurses, the other nurses would be like, oh, you got Miss Little, you're great. Oh my God, it's gonna be, and even in the emergency room, like, oh, I've had you before. You taught me how to do the return to flow thing I was telling you about. Right. I never did it on anybody else. I learned that on you. I'm like, I remember. I've been all y'all's guinea pigs. So it's been kind for me, for the most part.
Now, before we go into the device, there was a friend of mine who none of us knew he had heart issues until his mom, after he transitioned. And a lot of y'all may know him. He's a comedian. His name is Rashid Thurman. And he's the one that did Poppy Ain't No Snitch. That went viral, and that was a good friend. He used to come to my parties at the condo that we had, and used to come to the club. We used to hang out. And nobody knew he had heart problems at all. He's born under that frequency that's connected to heart too, which is interesting. That number one energy is connected to heart. So, that's why I have to be very careful of my heart being born under. So I take a lot of stuff since I was young. And I'm glad that I got into taking care of my health when I was 14 years of age. But he brought so much joy, and he took so much of his pain to the stage. Have you ever thought about going to the stage and jokingly tell or poetically tell your story also?
No, I do those one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm a really good one-on-one person.
Yeah, but you would do well on the stage, girl. I don't know what you.
No, I don't like. No.
Like Savvy was good at the stage.
No, I'm not there. I mean, I've done that. I did my spoken word pieces.
Right.
At this point, I'd rather just have a sit down with the person that's going through something,
right, and
then just remind them that the doctors ain't your God and ain't nobody telling you who to be, right. And to not go the route that not saying that I don't advocate for, if you have to go there, then go there, but there's so many ways to avoid getting to this place, right? And that's what I want to advocate for, is prevention.
Yeah, somebody Twiggy just put in, I have advanced heart failure, and I was at my doctor's with a multi-billionaire Arab prince, and they fly here for heart health care. Yeah, they come from all over the world. If they're not going to Cuba, because Cuba got some interesting techniques out there.
Really?
So big up to that's just and also another person came in and said, I used to try to tell my family how I felt, but they wasn't hearing it. So I felt I went in silent mode for years during my teenage. A lot of us are suffering in silence. I've suffered in silence also, men and women. It's not just black women, it's black men. Sometimes black men was taught to just be strong and shut it up, and that's it. Don't say nothing, and as much as both male and female, especially in the melanated community, go through it. Was there time in your life there that you just didn't want to tell nobody, didn't want to talk to nobody, period, about
it? No. Okay. I have really good friends.
And she can talk too, yo. She could talk.
I can. But it's funny because there's only a few people that know that.
Yeah.
I'm very to myself when it comes to outside of the when it comes to outside of my one-on-ones with my friends.
Right.
Like, I could spend hours and hours and hours on the phone with my friends, and then like a random person, like I could, if we're not talking about like heart failure or something that's very, very I'm passionate about, then I'm just socially awkward, and I just like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I will say that I did wounded dog people. When a dog gets wounded, you kind of like try to scare everybody away so you can just curl up and just go through what you got to go through.
Right.
But I have such strong friends that like they wouldn't leave.
Right.
They were just like, Jazz, stop doing that. I'm like, all right, whatever. This was around the time when I wrote my memorial and stuff like that. And I just was like, I don't want to surround myself with people that I'm going to hurt when I leave. And it's crazy because I know life would be so different if somebody had never told me I had 6 months to live. I didn't believe it anyway, but I didn't know 10 years. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I knew I was gonna thug it out, but I didn't know for how long. So I lived life in 33-month increments. So I made goals, but I didn't make plans for longer than 3 months.
Right.
So like somebody say like next summer, I'm like, I don't think that far.
Let me play something before we go to your the device that you're dealing with, if you don't mind. Okay. All right, hold on, family. Let me play. We're here with our guest, Jasmine Little. Make sure you hit her up on all social media content. Of course, just be great 5 on Instagram, and of course, Little LV Adventure. I call it. I'm gonna stay right there with that. I like that one. Let me play this real quick. And here's something about early warning signs of congestive surgery.
Early warning signs of congestive heart failure. Recognizing early signs of congestive heart failure can be life-saving. Swelling. Heart failure causes fluid retention, leading to congestion in the limbs and vital organs, making them appear swollen. Weight gain. The excess fluid may cause sudden weight gain. Fatigue. Reduced blood flow can leave you feeling unusually tired. Everyday activities like shopping or walking can become exhausting. Frequent urination. Fluid buildup affecting your kidneys may result in increased urination, especially at night. Early warning signs of congestive heart failure.
Wow. That is interesting. That is interesting. That is an interesting. I just wanted to play a brief clip just to show people that they have their different warnings, and but it's not subjected to just what they say. There's more to it. You know, as you may know, if you've gone through your journey, and are you ready to show the device?
I was gonna piggyback off what you just posted first.
Okay, well, I'm gonna show you a website. I'm gonna have the website up. Hold on, let me just put us in the frame also while the website is up. And there, hold on a second. A lot of mercy. There you go. There you go. All right. So this is the website, and
I gotta move my login box because you can't get to my about. I meant to do that before you got on today.
I can't get to your about.
No, I don't think so because my login thing is it's right in the way. I forgot to move it.
Okay, I got the what? Well, isn't this about it or no? It's not.
That's fine. That's fine, page.
Yeah, it says welcome to the Little LV Adventures. That's what it is. It's LV or LAV.
So the device is called LVAD.
LVAD.
It's the left ventricular assist device.
Okay. Half bionic.
LVAD Ventures.
They said half bionic, all heart, and done with being quiet about it. What? Yes. After spending more days in hospital gowns than I can count, I left with scars, a battery-powered heart pump, LVAD, and a promise to myself: this isn't the end of my story. Now, this is you writing, right? Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
I wrote everything on there.
Talk about this journey of what you've gone through so far with this, and how long have you had this this device?
So I wanted to pick first, real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So what you posted. So the warning signs.
Yes.
My warning signs were, I was extremely fatigued, and I didn't know why. I just thought I was being lazy. Because I was always wanting to go to bed. And then also, the worst part was when I swelled up. My feet swelled up to like cantaloupes, or grapefruits or whatever. Right. And I was like, okay. And then comes the shortness of breath. And by the time you get to shortness of breath, that's when you weren't paying attention to everything else. But we move so much, we're not paying attention. We're just like, I'm tired because I'm tired. And sometimes you're tired because your body's trying to say, go to the doctor, something's wrong. But go ahead. What'd you ask me again?
Oh, okay. No, let's stay right there. You said sometimes you're tired because the body is telling you to go to the doctor, something's wrong. Right. So, so taking naps can be dangerous now.
No. I actually wrote a blog about it. No,
okay, good.
Taking naps are absolutely necessary.
That's what I thought.
But what I'm saying is when you don't have a diagnosis of something.
Right.
And you go, say you do a 9 to 5 and you do your 9 to 5 every single day. and out of nowhere, your body's like more tired than usual.
Yeah.
And it's a consistent more tired than usual, but you're doing the same job you've been doing. Nothing's changed in life. You're not like working out more or doing anything to cause it. Then you should probably figure out why you're so exhausted. Something in your body is telling you, I'm tired because, and you need to figure out what that because is. Like, figure out your ellipsis.
Right. So with this device, how long have you used this device, and how has it helped with the heart capacity of the pumping and flow and allowing the blood to flow how you want it?
So I've been on my device since July 2024. I went to hospital May 2024, and they were like, death or device.
What?
Yeah, that was it.
So they said death. Yeah,
it was like that was the final. They were tired of waiting on me to figure it out.
Wow.
Well, I wasn't trying to figure it out. I was just going through it. I went through hospice for a whole year.
Wow.
But yeah, I graduated hospice because I was like, I'm done. I don't care. And I still couldn't transition. So apparently I'm supposed to be here for a reason.
Yes. Yes.
I'm grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sound like it's a bad thing or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, just so you understand the journey.
Yes.
But yeah, I they were like death or device. Because you're not going to keep going. So go home and or go to hospice again, and this time it's probably going to be your final call, or get the device. And I was like, all right, I'm going home. And then, family happened, and I was like, all right, whatever, device, cool. We'll figure out how to make it work.
Right.
So I got the device in July. I was in hospital for 3 months. From June, I did the Juneteenth festival. I left the hospital so I could do the Juneteenth festival.
Right.
Thing when I'm saying I'm gonna do something, I really try to do it.
You're a soldier.
I did the Stone Mountain Juneteenth festival, and then I couldn't even walk. I was in a wheelchair for like 3 months at this time, so I'm doing Black Wall Street and everything.
Yeah.
But so I was like, all right, device. So basically, for a month, they were just prepping me for it. The right side of my heart failed, my kidneys failed, my liver failed, my brain started misfunctioning.
And you lost a lot of weight, I remember.
Yeah, they actually took it off of me. It's called diuresis. When they pull fluids off of you, they took me down to 89 pounds.
Yes, I almost didn't recognize you at one point.
Gross. I was gross. I was still beautiful though. I loved it. I still have pictures. I look at it to remind myself not to be a dummy.
Almost didn't recognize you at one point.
You didn't recognize me, actually.
Yeah, I didn't recognize you, right?
Black Wall Street. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was surprised because I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
I've been moving and grooving up and down New York and everywhere else, doing my thing, and it was shocking to me. But I think after I left, it brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, wait, what's this here, man? You scared me a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's why I wanted dog people.
Yeah.
So that I didn't have to scare them.
You scared me a few times, and me and her became real close friends after she brought me to Nick at Cool Breeze and supported each other, man. And interviewed her a few times, man, because that journey is a journey, and you have to have people that around you that's willing to understand the journey. Also, but sometimes you got to understand that sometimes people are afraid of you, afraid of what you're going through.
Absolutely.
And they, don't want nothing to happen, on their watch.
I found myself, I'm surrounded by water signs and I'm Sagittarius. Right, I found myself apologizing and trying to make other people feel better about my condition instead of the other way around. Like, I'm like, hey, this is what I'm going through, but I'll be okay. Like, to make other people feel comfortable, even though people really don't. There's only a few people that know what it's like for me when I wake up in the morning, how bad it is for me to get to this place, to look like to make it look easy.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand the sickness, I have friends where when I get sick to my stomach, I have a certain thing I do, start coughing. They hand me a bag a paper towel, and a cup of water. Like that's the support system that I'm surrounded by. And they let me be who I am. And I know it's scary, but I would rather be honest about what I'm going through than try to hide in silence, as somebody said earlier. I don't want to live in silence. I don't want to tell everybody my business, but those people that are close to me that deserve to know, I almost overshare, which is what makes people scared. Because I'm okay with it, but other, like you said, other people are not.
Right. I mean, because they're not. Most likely, it's more you're not familiar with it. Like I definitely wasn't familiar with it. You know, until you make me feel the first one actually, as far as in my life.
Yeah.
You know.
So I carry 2 batteries.
Wow.
And a controller.
How many voltage is the batteries? Who cares? As long as they work.
14.8.
Okay.
14 volt rechargeable lithium ion batteries. And they're heavy as crap.
Yeah, and you got to carry them around in a bag, right?
Every single day, everywhere I go, every single moment, take a shower, everywhere, everything. I cannot submerge in water.
Wow.
I can't take formal showers. I can take showers, but I have to process. Can't go swimming.
Right.
There's a lot of things I can't do, but there's still a lot of things I can do. And because of the LVAD, I've been able to, we were talking about me and my daughter only having time to do creative stuff. Like this month, I was able to play volleyball with her, and throw a football. And she was like, "I didn't know you could play." And I'm like, she always brags about me. She was like, "Back in my mama's prime." Like, bro, I'm 37, bro.
Your mama's prime.
Yeah, but when I used to play sports, you know, I play with all the kids, so I used to be the neighborhood sports person, you know.
But make sure y'all support her via Chime too, if you want. That's the only thing you have right now. Chime, is that the only thing?
Chime, Cash App.
Oh yeah, Cash App.
I have everything.
I lost my Cash App, so I know.
Yeah, I have.
What's your Cash App, so I can put it up there?
Is it hashtag the Breeze Smoothie?
Oh,
they won't let me change it again, so we're stuck with the smoothie store.
The Breeze.
The Breeze Smoothie.
Smoothie, yeah, I remember. Okay, Smoothie. I want to make sure people support you, and that's Cash App and Chime. Cash App, at least your Cash App and Chime. At least I could start with that, and then go to her website and show her some love on the website too. And make sure you read her blog. You know, don't just breeze by it. Read it.
Yeah, I think there's like 12 of them out. The next one is going to be great because I'm talking about being the softness, being how you have to be hard as a Black woman, and how it's okay for us to learn to be soft. It's going to be called something like, it's posted, it's already in the post, I don't remember, but something like the art of being both silk and steel. That's what it is. That's the next blog I have out. But a lot of the blogs I write, I try to make sure that when people are going through something, they have a place that they can go to read, like somebody that's right there with them. Excuse me, that's with them in the journey, because the LVAD is a very lonely journey, because you can't find somebody else unless you go to Piedmont Hospital. You're pretty much not going to find somebody else with it. I can't even go to a regular hospital.
Right.
Like they're like, you want me to bus you to Piedmont, or are you gonna drive yourself? Like they'll get me managed, but then they're like, you gotta go. The nurses don't know what to do with me. My primary care doctor, I have to like teach them, get comfortable with me. So even in the medical field, people aren't familiar with my device. So I wouldn't expect, a comment like, a regular person, not regular, but a non-medical person to understand it. But okay, so back to my device. I have a cord coming out of my stomach, but right now it's coming out of my dress. I have a dress on.
But it's connected. It's connected to your stomach.
It is connected. It comes out of my stomach. And I have a dressing that has to be changed every week. And then my batteries have to be changed somewhere between 18 to 24 hours. They beep really loud when it's time for them to be changed, like a warning. Right. And then I only have 15 minutes to change my batteries. So
15 minutes?
Yeah, you can't go out. You can't get caught. Like my spontaneous self has a really hard time because I have to think about grabbing my go bag. Not the way we talk about go bags and disaster preparedness.
Right. Disaster preparedness.
My go bag has my extra batteries, my extra clips, my extra controller. So when I go out the house, I'm literally carrying 4 of these and 2 controllers.
Wow.
On my shoulders if I'm by myself. So it's and then you have to do it. Like there's no way, because if something goes wrong and you don't have your extra stuff, you're screwed. Like so. I love that picture.
Me too. I was like, "Woo, where'd you get that picture from?"
I like it.
You took that picture years ago?
No, that's a recent picture.
Oh, get out of here. That's a recent picture. All right, go ahead. Turn it up. You turned it up now.
No, it's funny because when you were doing the flyer, I was going through my phone and I was like, man, I do not have any pictures of myself.
Right.
Like that I would want to put on the flyer. Like we had to find that one. Yeah. Like I'm not saying I had no good pictures. I just didn't have any pictures that I really would like to put on the flyer.
Yeah, that was a good picture. I wish you had sent me that picture. That would have. But
I didn't have it.
Oh yeah,
that's why I took them, because I was getting mad about the flyer.
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't mad at it. It was a great flyer, but it just
that was an old picture that I got from before. Yeah,
I'm like I lived too long and lived too much of an awesome life, and I worked too hard to look like this, to not have any pictures of myself.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't do anything. I don't. I just watch my face.
So get back to the point, because a lot of our there's going to be more people, especially due to diet, that's more than likely going to suffer from a lot of heart issues and stuff in the near future if they don't catch it early. What would you tell young people? What would you explain to young people that might be going through it or might end up going through it, or if it does happen to them, what would you suggest young people to do? And people now that might be of your age or older that's going through, what would you suggest that they do with their heart health moving forward?
I would like to. I tell my kids. Okay. So if I tell my children this, that means I'll tell anybody this.
Of course.
Especially my children, because they have my genetics. Make sure that you're paying attention to yourself. That whole "I don't get tired" thing, like let that. Can we please let that go? Like rest and listen to your body when your body's telling you something's going on. But most importantly, just do the preventative measures. Watch what you're eating. Even if you do decide if you say I don't want to be vegan because of bacon, well then be vegan and eat bacon. Eat bacon. You know what I mean? Like, because at least you're making the effort. Or try to do a couple meals a week of no meat. Try to make sure you're doing meditations and focusing on your mental health. Like if you don't have a therapist, get a therapist, and make sure you're somebody that looks like you. Right. I don't like code switching, so I don't want a therapist that I have to code switch with. I've done that. I don't want to do it anymore. So
explain the code switching, please.
Oh, I like to have a therapist that if I have a need to say a cuss word or maybe a word that might be a little offensive to another culture, right, then I don't want them to be like, can't believe you said that. I want somebody to just keep it pushing.
Right. Keep it going. That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So yeah, I love my therapist. When I had locks, I told her, I'm like, man, I feel like the skinny part of my locks, and she was like, okay, got it. But you can't say that to everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most people wouldn't understand. Like, you got to explain that. I saved myself 5 minutes of explanation by saying just that, because my therapist looked like me.
Okay, good.
But I said the therapist part because mental health and removing the stress, and we talked about stress earlier, is a big part of prevention. So I would tell them to make sure that you take care of your mental health. I think that people are so focused on mental health that it's causing mental health issues.
That part. That part. No, that's true. That is
like,
true.
People are doing these labels like crazy. Like, I have blah, 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 blah. No disrespect. I get it. Go get yourself treated. But you're stressed out because you have because you put the labels in. You have just take care of yourself. Just go take care of those things and then keep it pushing. Like, people just define themselves by heart failure or things like that. And then it consumes you.
Yeah.
And then that's another form of stress. So my thing that I would tell children or any of my family members or anything else is just be real with yourself. Pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to who you're sleeping with. Pay attention to all of the things, everything that you put in your body or on your body can cause you some form of pain, or it can cause you some form of disease,
and you got to be very careful. And be careful of stress also, right? Stress from other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that part right there, because, the society have a lot of stressful things going on due to elections, television, movies, radio, whatever's going on in the world. What is some of your practices that you give to alleviate the stress and, avoid it as much as you possibly can? What do you do? What's some of your rituals?
Well, first, a couple of us have a peace over everything. Don't come over here if you don't abide by my peace over everything.
Peace over everything.
Peace over everything. And then I'm not saying that you're not going to have an argument or a debate or, sometimes a conversation that didn't go that way you want it to. But overall, like, peace. Your space should be peaceful. Your life should be peaceful. Your friends should be peaceful. And then I meditate. Even if I just lay in the bed and don't open my eyes so nobody will talk to me, and then just process my day first, figure out what solutions how my body's feeling, and then just silence my mind. Even if I'm not up and doing a full meditation, that's the way I will meditate. Make sure you connect to your higher power, however that works for you.
Right.
Because, it's just important. I don't have to explain that. If I have to explain it, then you don't have enough time for that. But, and then one thing I'm very big on is having an attitude for gratitude. Showing appreciation for all of the little things, because I don't know how long I have. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but nobody does.
Right.
I just know that I don't know.
Right.
Everybody else thinks they have, I'm going to get old and I'm going to get gray and then blah, blah, blah. But nobody knows when it's going to happen. So live every day like it's your last, but plan like you're going to live forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that for me, just calming myself is just being around people and spirits that my spirit works well with. And that's really the most important thing, because I really like talking, like you said earlier, but I really like to be around my friends. And because sometimes I don't want to go into my headspace by myself.
Right.
And just having great conversations and laughing. Laughing is a big thing. I don't see people laughing anymore. But they put they'll write LOL, but nobody's really laughing. So just all of those things, just finding peace. I mean, just finding what your level of peace is. And then once you find one level of peace, you'll find another. And then you don't want to go back to that first level. But once I found the last level that I found, I was like, oh no, I will never go back to where I was at before. Because I was angry. I know why my heart's bad. I was angry. I was tired of everybody. I was exhausted, stressed out. I was just trying to make it work. And then I realized once I stopped chasing it, everything started chasing me. Feel me? So that's what I would say. That's my biggest thing, is just chilling.
Right. Family that are tuning in, once again, make sure you contact or hit up my sister and check out her website, check out our Instagram, show her some love on Instagram. She has been doing wonderful works with herself, with her family, and just in general, just a wonderful person. And anything you want to delve into before we get off? What is it that you really want to get into in regards to what your journey was and what you've been going through?
I think that the biggest part for me is we need to learn how to communicate and stop being so divisive. Like,
okay,
we are, oh, you take the white man's medicine, or you go follow this doctor's holistic doctor, or you do this. And instead of saying, hey, I got an idea, how about you try this? Like, you used to send me herbs back about 10 years ago.
Dr. Africa.
No, about 7 years ago.
Dr. Africa.
Dr. Africa's, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, you sent
I
me
mean, the people should stop set tripping, because everybody has their part, their role. So,
right.
Yeah.
So I think that if we just stopped being so toxic and negative, and just say, hey, this is something I've learned, let me tell you, instead of saying, well, why don't you blah, blah, blah. I think we're so critical. I think that I would love to see us communicate and share the thoughts and the things that we've learned, and stop gatekeeping. I don't really like that phrase, but it is what it is. Y'all know what it means.
I broke down the meaning of gatekeeping in a spiritual and numerovational way. So sometimes gatekeeping is necessary, because you got to, when your children out there in the front, you got to keep that gate just in case somebody snatch them. There's gatekeeping in that manner. You got to protect. Sometimes,
right. As far as like when you get information about health and things like that,
share the wealth, right? Share the health.
Share. Like, we're so scared. We're so judged. Like, we're so judgy.
Right.
And people don't want to share, because like, I had a hard time putting my information out there, my blogs out there, because I was like, I don't want people to weaponize the information that I'm giving them.
That's right.
Because I'm around a lot of people. I did the political arena. And so I'm around a lot of people that act like they like me.
Yes, definitely.
And I don't like people putting anything on my spirit behind me. Like, I don't even ask people to pray for me, because they're like, I hope you get better soon. No, I don't want that prayer. I want to get better now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, but anyways, I just think that we should just share in the community and really start focusing on reaching out to the youth and telling them, like, it's not too soon, because we got little kids out here that getting diagnosed with diabetes.
Yes.
We need to start teaching about foods and making sure that we're putting proper foods in there without beating people down the head with it. Sometimes people don't want to be vegan because it's like, I don't want to be around them people.
And sometimes they're the most miserable, most people. Some of them are the most miserable people. Vegan, vegetarian, they look all miserable. I mean, look, I'm still a pescatarian. But I'm majority more vegetables. But my mother cooked fish for me and make sure because that's what I grew up with watching. And I did the vegan thing, the vegetarian thing. I went through all of those different dynamics. I stopped eating red meat at 14. So, so I went through all the dynamics, and I know what serves me, what helps me, what I need. I have a whole cousin right now that just because he don't want to eat certain proteins or certain things, to this day, he can't walk. Certain things you might need because either your blood or whatever. So you gotta do moderation, but not accumulation. It doesn't have to accumulate. Just, be willing to fast, work out, take care of yourself, and do what you got to do. Detox, and when it's appropriate times, And again, I take Sabies, I take Dr. Africa, I've talked Paul Goss's stuff, Dr. Queen of Food stuff, I've killed Gary Knowles stuff. I've taken them all. Some people say turpentine is harsh. I tried turpentine. It was quite good for me. It might not be good for you, but I've tried turpentine, food grade turpentine, to help get rid of parasites if I had to. So I know it's a when it comes to health in this realm, it's a catch-22. You do what you got to do, and you try certain things, and you give health a chance in some way, some fashion. Give love a chance. Most of all, your overall message before you ever leave, because they told you you're supposed to leave this planet a long time ago. Your overall message, what legacy would my dear Jasmine Little would like to leave on this planet?
can't put it in a couple minute terms like words, but I would say laughter is the best medicine.
Okay.
And I would say to just be kind. I didn't say be nice, be kind.
Be kind. Two different things.
Be nice, but no, be kind. And then just back to the freaking kindergarten, treat people the way you want to be treated. But it's for me, I really think that it's simple. I think we make things so complex and focus on things that we don't have to focus on instead of just love. Like most of the 90% of the people, when I get off the phone with them, I say I love you.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes it probably makes other people uncomfortable, like their significant others or whatever. But most of those people, they've either taught them about me and they're like, no, she wants to make sure that the last thing she said to me was I love you. So I always say I love you because I want people to know, like, if I never say something to you again, then the last thing you can say is what last thing I said to her was I love you. Right. You know? So those are my things. I think it's corny, but live, love, laugh.
That's
right. Thing everybody got signed, the little signs everybody got in their house back in the day.
Right, right. You know, I want to read something that you wrote here. It says, celebrate life with LVAD isn't just about surviving. It's about living out loud. Here we turn the everyday into an adventure, swapping fear for laughter and the wires for wings. Our community is where joy and honesty meet, a place to share the wins, the oops moments, and even the stories that make the doctors grin. Celebrate life with us as we laugh, learn, and love through the battery-powered journey together. That's your writings there. I got to give that a round of applause. That was good, girl. Stop playing. That was poetic.
Read all the blogs. They're dope.
What a mercy. That was poetic. Go ahead.
So I when I first started it, I told you I don't like to put myself out there. Right. So I created characters. So if anybody saw the flyer, the little characters on the flyer are Ticker, who's a little heart, and Volt. Yeah, that's Ticker and Volt. Yes. Ticker is the heart who has the little box. That's like my battery pack. And Volt is like the electric that keeps Ticker going. Keeps Ticker electric. And then there's a little cartoon character. And all I did was take real pictures of me. That picture. Real pictures of me. That's the picture I took at Universal Studios.
Okay.
And I just make it into a cartoon. So all the pictures that you ever see are actual pictures that I took. There's some pictures of my scars, but they're in cartoon form. But I wanted to soften the blow of all of what I'm experiencing by putting it in cartoon format. But to be honest, all of that is very, very, very much so real. So
that's powerful. That's powerful. And you know, I'm glad, I'm happy that I'm of course able to bring you on my channel again to share space. And when I come down to Georgia, we'll share some more space, sit down, talk, drink some tea. You know what I'm saying?
Always
listen to good music around us. You know what I'm saying? Depending on which restaurant we go or which place we're at, and talk. Because you know, you're always a good conversationalist as usual. She, as she says what she mean what she says. She remind me of the female Dr. Sabi, because Sabi used to come on the phone and say what he mean what he said. Simon, tell me straight up what it is and what it ain't, sir. And that's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. And family, make sure you take the time out and follow our dear sister and hit up her website there.
Little LVAD Ventures.
LVAD Ventures and .com. And of course, it's pinned to the top of the chat just in case y'all want to hit it up, and her Instagram, and make sure we blow up that Instagram a little more. You know, this is King Simon Presents Only Quality People. And remember, you could show some love, spread love, especially through Chime or Cash App. Hit her up and show her some love. She got 3 beautiful children that are doing great. And all that she's gone through, she's still maintaining a marriage and a family and everything. She's a superwoman. She's a superwoman.
Y'all pray for that man. He be going through it.
I know
he done seen some really scary things, and I don't know how he survived. I don't know how he has the mental stability to keep going, because he had to watch all of it, the whole process.
Wow, so, that is deep. You know, do y'all pray together?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. You know, prayer is good, and meditation is good too. So I'm glad.
Yeah, I meditate by myself. I pray by myself also, but we do have like a prayer too, a family prayer.
Right, family prayer to get through. You know, y'all still eat dinner together, or yeah?
Sometimes.
Okay, not.
We used to always eat at the table.
Right.
But then the older kids went out the house, and it kind of we all just dispersed. Right. But my daughter still eats at the table by herself, but.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Any last words, my dear, for the audience?
Nope. Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, and laugh.
That's I think I put learn, love, and laugh.
Yeah, I think in that
it was learn, love, and laugh. So
it's laugh, learn, and love.
So that's what I'm going to end it with. Laugh,
the battery power. Yes. Okay, let me snatch that up. Let me snatch that part up and put it in the chat so people can know that's what you wrote. And you could I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all family so y'all can spread love, and and here it is. This is her saying right here. Celebrate life with us as we laugh, learn, and love through the battery powered journey together. There it is. That is her saying, written in that on that website. So, my dear, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for making it easy.
Yeah, I try to make it as easy as possible. Give you a well-deserved round of applause for all that you're doing. And you ever been to New York?
No.
Girl, we need to get you to New York while I'm out here, maybe for December. Come on, hang out.
Yeah, everywhere I've been in New York, y'all would just be like, that ain't New York.
Y'all. If you're going upstate, that's not New York. You're going somewhere. You got to be in the city. You need to experience the city. Yeah. That's the train ride. That is the fun part. The bus ride. Cause you never know who's gonna come on the train and sing and dance and do all kinds of stuff in New York. So
I go out of town. I might be the one singing and dancing on the train.
So when you come down, we'll bring you on the A train, because that's where they do all from Harlem, from 125th all the way into Brooklyn. That's where they dancing and singing. Even friends of mine that I know, they singing and dancing and doing their thing. I'm so proud of some of them, man, and they're making music and have big followings now. A lot of people don't know that Savion Glover used to be on the trains or on the streets back in the day. So people like him tap dancing and doing their thing. We got to go around those areas. 42nd Street, you got to come to New York, man. You and a few other people got to come to New York. Yeah, hired from New York for. All right, so have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming on again. This is our guest, Jasmine Little, former city council member, entrepreneur on high level, of course. I like that. Little LVADventures.com. Yeah, hey, I'm here. I'm thinking Vlad TV. I hate that. That's the first thing that went to my head. And her Instagram is Just Be Great 5. 5 in numerology is a power of not only adaptability, flexibility, but it's also in the 5% doctrine. It's the number of power and refinement. 5. So let's keep that power. Just be great and do what you got to do. Thank you again for coming on, my dear.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. We'll talk after, okay?
Okay.
All right, peace. Hold on, matter of fact, hold on. Can you hold on?
Yeah,
put you backstage.
Okay.
All right, family, that is our show. Thank you very much for coming on. Let's give her a round of applause. These are the people that I know that are, again, that's why my show, my particular brand is called King Simon Presents Only Quality People. I don't bring drama. I may not have a big audience, but I have over 3 million viewers, the people that have viewed my stuff 3 million times and over, as I'm looking at the rhythms, and the numbers are going up slowly but surely, because like Les Brown says, always keep quality people around you. OQP. I'm down with OQP. Yeah, you know me. Not other people's property. I'm down with OQP. Only quality people. Les Brown taught me that in 2005 at his lecture. So, and many of us that was there at the lecture in New York back in the day, I used to go there for a whole month. I think I missed 1 week, but I was there at his free workshop in New York back in the day. Please like, subscribe, share to build the algorithms, and click the bell to be notified. Please click the bell to be notified of when I'm coming up. I want to remind all you great people out there that supports the channel, please support the channel. Of course, you can either use, you can donate and show love, either super chat or super sticker, or you can go to Venmo, that's King Simon 1, PayPal, paypal.me/King Simon, or Cash App Inspired by Team. My son and I share that, and Chime at $King Simon tab. If it meant anything to you that you watch on my channel, please support the channel. If it meant anything to you, because I do this for the love. I don't really do this for the likes. And I want to remind people that it's coming up next right here on my platform this coming Tuesday. Today's consciousness in the conscious community. What happened? How can we change it and heal it? And Big Chief Top Cat is a part of this wave of consciousness right now. And the big Indian movement and the indigenous movement, we're going to talk about it, going to be about it, going to find out more about it November the 11th, as he's promoting an event coming up in Houston, Texas. I more than likely might not, he did shout me out on Brother Richard's show. I might not make it for that because I have other things that I'm taking care of here with the family and all that kind of stuff, but he will be on my show this coming Tuesday. And then on November the 19th, on Wednesday, the next week after, we have our beloved sister Zaza Ali returning to the platform. Spiritual warfare, relationship frequency wars, and can the divine feminine maintain the connection with the divine masculine? Wednesday, November the 19th. That's going to be a big show. 8 p.m. my time, Eastern time, 5 p.m. her time, because she's on the Eastern. She's on the Pacific coast over there, Western Hemisphere over there. Not Western Hemisphere, but the West Coast. And just want to remind all you people that on the 15th and 16th, next week, Saturday and Sunday, my 30 years in promotion and production. This will be the last celebration of me doing that. I've been doing it for a whole generation. My promotion and production is going into workshops and retreats. So it's going to be King Simon's workshop and retreats for the next probably how many years I decide to do it. This time, a sound bowl healing ceremony is going to happen with my dear sister Kafunya. Lloyd Strayhorn is going to be there to speak. I'm going to have like an interview type setting for everybody to do what they do and what we're going to do. They can interview me. I can talk to them. They're going to talk to me, ask me questions. I ask them questions, and we're going to do it just like that. Paris Williams, Mama Ella, Black Dot, more people will be passing through. And again, Sister Kafunya will be doing a sound bowl healing. Our primary speakers, that will be Blue Pillar 44, aka Pope Pablo, and Abundance Child, and her food will be on deck for both days. The whole family is coming out, and believe me, it's only $33 to get in for both days. Early bird tickets at Linktr.ee/King Simon the Numerovator, or you can scan the QR code. And remember, children are free from 0 to 17 years of age. Young people are free from 0 to 17 years of age over there at Nicholas, Brooklyn. And also, don't forget, in December, we have the one, the only Professor James Smalls, Global Spiritual Work, how to use it correctly before he heads to Ghana. That's December 13th. That's going to be a big, big, big day. $30 before December 1st. Tickets are already on sale, with Sister Kafunya opening up with a healing, of course. Want to always open up with something healing, libation and all of that. And Sister Felicia from Hoppy and other guests will be passing through. $40 after December 1st. And tickets are available right now at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. All right. So family, make sure if you want to book a session with me, text me your full name, date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. I usually have a flyer, but I didn't remake the flyer yet. And just want to let people know, get my books on Amazon. Here it is, Numerovation for Mental Stability. That's Numerovation for Mental Stability. And all my other books are also on Amazon too, but I'm about to remix the rest of my books. I think I took that down also, but you can get all my books on Amazon, all 5 of my books. I got another few other books about to hit the streets. And family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Remember what Dr. B says: I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I'm thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair said back in the day: please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open up my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. That's right. Also in December, I will be opening up for Queen Afua, December the 21st from 2 to 9 p.m. Myself and Paris Williams will be there with our books and all that kind of stuff. If you want to vend, if you have some great stuff and products, contact I Opener Production 347-683 8122. I will also be doing some 10-minute numerovation sessions over there for a certain price, so make sure. And another great sponsor of my show is Only the Realest Fearless Abundance Child. That's youtube.com/Abundance Child. She's another one of my sponsors right here. Big up to her. And big up to Zahalia, Professor Zahalia. My son has his recording studio. Big up to him. Green Studio NYC. New Diamonds, big up to her. Big up to the one, the only iridologist, the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore. Also, enough respect to 340worldwide.com. High Heels Apothecary, big up to High Heels. Nicholas Brooklyn, of course, big up to them. And big up to my brother, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. All right? Have a great day, afternoon, and evening. Remember, I love you because I love me. Take care. Be safe. One love. And thanks to Jasmine Little for coming on and having a great time and just sharing her story with us. All right? Peace and love. Take care.